WWE's annual Survivor Series elimination match is this weekend, and with that is a return in the 5-on-5 tag team match. I'm here with our WWE experts Brad Klier and Andrew Vendelis to break down their all-time 5-man dream teams. Brad, let's start with you. Give me your team.
All right, so first off, I'm starting with, in my mind, the greatest of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
From there, I'm going to the franchise player, one of the top 5 wrestlers in history, John Cena, the 16-time world champion. Big match, John. You want him on your team in this situation. Shawn Michaels, perhaps the greatest in-ring performer of all time. Sweet chin music, knocks you out like that. After that, I'm probably going to go to Hollywood, The Rock. He has the people's elbow. He's got the rock bottom. The guy is clutch, and he will win you the big match. And last, this might be a bit of a surprise, but I'm going to go with Randy Orton. He has been the sole survivor and the winner of the most Survivor Series elimination matches in the history of Survivor Series. The RKO is the greatest finisher of all time.
Debatable.
Hit you out of nowhere. I'm going with
Very
that 5-man
debatable,
team.
but does your team have a literal dead man? The Undertaker, the person who went 21-2 at WrestleMania in his career. He might be retired, but in his prime, Undertaker was unstoppable. He's one of the best clutch performers in wrestling. Then I'm going to go to my favorite right now, AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, the current WWE champion. I'm going to go to CM Punk, one of the best technical wrestlers of all time and also statistically great in Survivor Series matchups. Then I'm going to go to the 13-time world champion, Triple H, because Triple H is just a boss.
Gotta play the game.
He would be the captain on my team. And then last but not least, the 16-time champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. That figure 4 leg lock will get any man to tap out.
You know, here's the thing what's crazy about all the names we just named. There's so much great talent that was not on teams, like Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan,
Brock Lesnar.
Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar.
Braun
There's so
Strowman.
much incredible talent. But I think my team's got your team's number.
Oh, why is that?
Simple. AJ Styles and CM Punk, great wrestlers. AJ Styles has never been in a Survivor Series 5-on-5 elimination match. I got Randy Orton, I got The Rock. 2 guys who have been in plenty of those. Yes, you have Triple H, but your Triple H is matched by my Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think my Shawn Michaels outdoes your Ric Flair, and I think my John Cena outdoes your Undertaker.
Well, when you think about it, Triple H has pretty much beaten every guy on your list, from Stone Cold to John Cena to HBK.
But I could say John Cena beat everyone on your list,
if it came down to Triple H, though, well, Triple H and Cena, though, if you look at the record matchup, Triple H has actually beaten John Cena more times than John Cena has.
In the big match situations, John Cena has beaten Triple H for the championship.
They're actually 1-1 in WWE title matches, so it's a pretty stalemate matchup. But when you look at it, I have people who will go the distance and the duration. You look at AJ Styles, he's in a fight. You saw him in New
But he's
Japan
never been
fight.
in this match before. You don't know that.
But he's been all over the world. He has so much experience that he brings to this team.
Match.
But rather one of the best wrestlers in the world.
Oh, yeah, I agree
who
with
can hit
that.
you with one phenomenal forearm, and that'll be it. But we have the freaking Undertaker as well. Undertaker is one of the clutchest performers of all time.
More so than John Cena?
Yes, the WrestleMania record speaks for itself. And he's a multiple-time world heavyweight and WWE champion. Debuted in Survivor Series and won his team the match. And you look at Ric Flair.
The Rock did the
who's
same
one of the
thing.
best.
The Rock did the same
Ric
thing at
Flair and
Survivor
Triple
Series
H are 2 of the
1996.
best stable leaders of all time in Generation X, Evolution, and the 4 Horsemen. I think the group mentality favors my team in that situation.
But when you
AJ Styles,
you
also
cannot,
former
you
leader
can't
of the Bullet
solely
Club.
go. Okay, that's New Japan. They're not WWE.
But still talking.
That's the minor leagues.
Still talking about
You look.
success.
What you need to have the group mentality, but at the same time, you need guys who will take charge on their own with no cares given to the rest of the team. Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock, and Randy Orton, 2 guys who are lone wolves who will go out there, they will stunner everyone, they will RKO everyone, and they will do things on their own terms. You need those 2 types of guys leading your team. There's no wrestler in the history of WWE I'd rather have wrestling in a big match or for my team than John Cena.
What?
Yes.
What?
Do I need to repeat myself?
What?
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 But I'm thinking, look at your team. You have people who have been rivals their entire career. John Cena
Triple
and
H
Randy
and
Orton.
Undertaker wrestled each other 3 times
Yeah,
at
but they
WrestleMania.
made amends. All these people still have bad blood with each
John
other.
Cena and The Rock made amends.
HBK and John Cena have fought over the title in a bloody
Shawn Michaels
war in
retired.
WrestleMania.
Shawn Michaels retired Ric Flair. He
Yeah,
can
but
beat
think
him
about
again.
that. Taker took out every man on this list. Triple H has taken out everyone on this list. Punk has the majority of these people's numbers.
He
I think
does?
it's an advantage on it.
Punk's got Shawn Michaels, The Rock's, and Stone Cold Steve Austin's number.
Shawn Michaels has actually kind of, I don't know, would CM Punk, wow, you got me there
I
on
think
Shawn
I
Michaels.
did.
Shawn Michaels, I'm a little biased. You kind of stole him from me there.
I'm sorry.
When you think about that as well, Shawn Michaels is old, but like even in the prime of his career, he's never been one to take one for the team. He is a wild card, and you never know what he's going to do or if he's just going to play for himself. And when all is said and done, he will back out on his team.
But at the same time, his in-ring skills, which this match is solely that, are basically unparalleled. And yes, there are
AJ Styles?
AJ Styles is this generation's Shawn Michaels, but I
Hot
still think,
take.
yeah, I think it's pretty accurate. But Shawn Michaels, there's very few people who can match him. I'm taking Shawn Michaels over AJ Styles. I would love to see, like, think of all the incredible matchups that would happen through this match. Shawn Michaels up against AJ Styles.
Okay,
John
yeah.
Cena up
I'd love
against
to
Ric
talk
Flair,
about
the
that.
two 16-time
Taker
champions.
versus The Rock, who we never actually got to see on
never
a
had a
grand
match.
stage. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, as you mentioned, as we yet to see.
Randy Orton and CM Punk had a lot of great matches. I'd love to see them square up
Punk
again.
and Cena had arguably the best match of the decade in 2011. I'd love
sure.
to
I
see
think
it.
we can all agree we'd love to see both these teams face each other at Survivor Series. But
For
that's all
sure.
from the ring. Stay tuned as Andrew hits the field to talk to our NCAA football experts.